Hawaii, a paradise-like island nestled in the heart of the Pacific Ocean, is renowned for its breathtaking natural beauty, unique cultural heritage, and rich history. Officially becoming the 50th state of the United States on August 21st, 1959.
Southernmost state with a land area of 6,500 miles.
Hawaii's journey to statehood is marked by a complex and often dark past that continues to shape its land and people. In this video, we will explore the darker side of Hawaii's history and the social issues that have arisen from it. Hawaii's story begins long before it became a state, with its first inhabitants, the Polynesians, arriving around the year 1500 AD. These early settlers formed small, independent kingdoms across the islands. The arrival of European and American explorers in the late 16th century introduced Hawaii to the outside world, setting the stage for profound changes. By 1810, King Kamehameha I had succeeded in uniting the Hawaiian Islands under a single kingdom. His leadership brought stability and the establishment of laws that protected the common people and laid the foundations for an organized government. However, with the arrival of American missionaries, Hawaii began to experience significant social and economic transformations. These missionaries influenced everything from education and agriculture to the political landscape, gradually shifting the island's traditional ways of life. The darkest chapter in Hawaii's history began during the reign of King Kalakaua in the late 19th century. In 1887, a group of American settlers, known as the Missionary Party, coerced King Kalakaua into signing the Bayonet Constitution. This document stripped the Hawaiian monarchy of much of its power and significantly curtailed the rights of native Hawaiians, setting the stage for further unrest. Following King Kalakaua's death, his sister, Queen Liliuokalani, ascended to the throne. Determined to restore power to her people, she sought to implement a new constitution. However, before she could realize her vision, a coup d'etat was orchestrated against her on January 17, 1893. The Committee of Safety, composed of members of the Missionary Party and backed by U.S. Marines, overthrew the Queen, establishing Hawaii as a republic where native Hawaiians were denied the right to vote unless they swore allegiance to the new regime. Despite a brief and unsuccessful attempt by Liliuokalani's supporters to restore the monarchy, the Queen was eventually arrested and imprisoned in 1895. With her defeat, all hope of Hawaiian self-governance was lost. And on July 7, 1898, Hawaii was formally annexed as a territory of the United States. Hawaii, with its stunning islands adorned with picturesque beaches and breathtaking landscapes, has a history of enduring hardships despite its beauty. After their ancestors' sovereignty was taken by the United States, the native Hawaiian people now face another troubling issue: the encroachment of the ultra-wealthy on their homeland. Due to Hawaii's unparalleled allure, the islands have attracted the attention of the super-rich, leading to a massive wave of land and property purchases by billionaires. Recent investigations reveal that 37 billionaires collectively own approximately 218,000 hectares, about 538,000 acres of land in Hawaii. This astonishing figure means that these wealthy individuals control around 5% of Hawaii's total land area. When considering only privately owned land, these billionaires hold dominion over nearly 11% of it. These numbers are staggering, and they highlight a growing disparity on the islands. What makes this even more concerning is the possibility that these figures might be understated. Many of these billionaires often obscure the true extent of their land holdings, making the situation even more opaque. To put it into perspective, these 37 individuals, who make up a mere 0.003% of Hawaii's total population of 1.4 million, possess over 10% of the state's land. The situation has been exacerbated by the skyrocketing prices of luxury real estate during the pandemic. As land values soar, it becomes increasingly difficult for local Hawaiians to afford homes or land, pushing the dream of homeownership further out of reach for many. The influx of wealth has driven up prices to such an extent that it has sparked a crisis of affordability, forcing many native Hawaiians to leave the islands or live in increasingly precarious conditions. But the ironies of Hawaii's modern struggles do not end there. Have you ever heard of the 30-meter telescope, TMT project? If not, it's a highly ambitious endeavor aimed at constructing a telescope with a 30-meter diameter, which would be 3 times larger than the largest operational telescopes today. The TMT is designed to offer unprecedented opportunities for astronomers to explore the mysteries of the universe with greater depth and clarity. However, this project, conceived in the name of scientific advancement, has become a lightning rod for controversy. The planned site for the telescope is Mauna Kea, a mountain on Hawaii's Big Island, selected for its ideal conditions. Its high elevation, distance from city lights, and relatively clear atmosphere make it perfect for astronomical observation. Yet, this choice of location has sparked widespread opposition. Mauna Kea is not just any mountain. It is a sacred place in native Hawaiian culture and spirituality. The mountain is regarded as a natural temple and a holy site.
Of the night. We're getting kind of relaxed here, aren't we?
Deeply embedded in the cultural identity of the native Hawaiian people. It is also a burial ground for chiefs and priests, adding to its significance as a place of worship and cultural reverence. The proposed construction of the TMT has therefore ignited fierce resistance from the native Hawaiian community, who see it as a violation of their sacred lands. Environmental and cultural groups have also raised alarms, arguing that the project would not only desecrate a site of profound spiritual importance, but also threaten the ecological balance of the mountain, potentially harming its fragile environment and disturbing historical sites. As of now, the native Hawaiian community continues to stand firm in their opposition to the TMT, and the project has been stalled indefinitely. Oahu and Maui, 2 of Hawaii's most famous islands, consistently rank among the top 5 tourist destinations in the United States. This popularity highlights the vast number of tourists who flock to Hawaii each year, drawn by its stunning landscapes and rich cultural history. However, the massive industrialization and the dark historical undertones of Hawaii have turned this paradise into a complex and often difficult reality for the native Hawaiian population. Tourism, while being a significant source of income, has also brought a host of problems to the Hawaiian Islands. Before the arrival of colonizers, Hawaii was a self-sustaining paradise. The islands boasted beautiful fish ponds and abundant harvests, capable of feeding the entire population. These traditional fish ponds, however, were destroyed by the invasive mangrove trees introduced by white settlers. With the advent of industrialization, Hawaii's once lush landscapes are slowly being eroded, and the cost of living continues to soar. The urbanization of these islands has not only led to the loss of their natural beauty, but has also made it increasingly difficult for local residents to afford basic necessities, particularly food. Oahu, now one of the most popular tourist destinations in Hawaii, is a striking example of this dependency. The island, once self-reliant, now heavily relies on imported goods. Experts warn that in the event of a supply chain disruption, Oahu could sustain its population for only about 3 days before running out of food. The industrialization and commercialization of Hawaii have resulted in severe social injustices, particularly for its native population. One of the most visible and heartbreaking consequences of these changes is the rising homelessness crisis. Hawaii now has one of the highest rates of homelessness in the United States, and the situation has only worsened in recent years. The skyrocketing cost of real estate is a major factor contributing to this crisis. For instance, property prices on Oahu have surged dramatically, pushing homeownership out of reach for many native Hawaiians. Over the past 3 years, the median price of a single-family home on Oahu has jumped from $789,600 to an astonishing $1.15 million. This rapid increase has made it nearly impossible for many locals to afford housing, forcing them into homelessness or to leave the islands altogether. Hawaii now ranks as the 4th state with the highest number of homeless individuals in the United States. Many of these people form tight-knit communities in an attempt to survive. One such community is the Waianae Boat Harbor, a makeshift settlement on the western coast of Oahu. This community, led by Twinkle Borge, began to take shape in 2003 when Borge, herself a victim of homelessness, moved to the harbor after losing her home. Since then, she has worked tirelessly to create a safe haven for those who have faced financial ruin, addiction, depression, and other health crises. Today, the Waianae Boat Harbor community is home to around 200 people, including nearly 50 children. Despite many of the residents holding full-time jobs, they still struggle to meet their basic needs due to the high cost of living in Hawaii. The community represents a microcosm of the broader homeless population in Hawaii, which can be divided into 3 main groups: Native Hawaiians who lack jobs and resources, newcomers who migrated to the islands in search of employment, and individuals who deliberately moved to Hawaii to escape harsh winters elsewhere in the United States. In an effort to address this growing crisis, the Hawaiian government has implemented several measures. One controversial initiative involves offering free flights to homeless individuals who wish to return to their home states. Additionally, the government provides housing subsidies and social services to help alleviate the burden on those who remain on the islands.